In this lesson we will animate our character. To do that, we must write code that will change the image of our character, by selecting different index from the array. As you notice, the source image of the background is outside the function. But the source image of our player is inside. The reason is that the background doesn't change, but the player must change image. So by placing the source image inside the function, we can change the image in every loop the function does. So, we will change the index array, writing a bit of code, to animating our player. For example, now we have our player in the first position. That position is index 0 of the array. Then by changing the index of the array, we are going to add a new position to our character. And again, by changing the index of the array, we are going to add the last position to our character. So, let's write the code. Write a variable, with the name, current move. You will understand later what it does. This is a global variable. We will learn more about variables later at section 2. Give the value of 0. Now change the source of our character image, with the name of the variable which just create. JavaScript, when sees the variable name, reads its value, which is 0. So, if we change the value of the variable, our player image changes. And as we mentioned in previous lesson, if we write a number greater than our array index, no image appears. Let's return to 0. Let's make a break and learn about arithmetic operators. Everybody loves math. Okay, maybe not. Arithmetic operators perform arithmetic on numbers. JavaScript has many arithmetic operators. Many of those you know them from school. But for now we will learn the increment operator. In JavaScript you can perform mathematics with many ways. For example, you can create a variable, and store its value, by adding two numbers. So, the value of the variable, number, is equals to 2 plus 2. This means that the value of the variable it is the same as if we write the number 4. Let's see another example. Create two variables, and give them the values of 4 and 2. Now create a new variable, adding the values of the variables 1 and variable 2. Can you guess the result of the variable number 3? Six. Now let's talk about the increment operator. The increment operator adds one number to the existing number. For example, if we have the number 5 and add the increment operator, it will add 1 to the number. It means that the number 5 increases by 1 and became number 6. Now let's add the increment operator to the variable, current moves. Every time the function runs, it will add 1 to the variable. Let's explain what will happen. When the function runs, it will draw the first movement of our character. After JavaScript reaches the variable, current move, it will increase its value by 1. So the value of the current movement will become 1. The request animation frame will call again the function. When it reaches the source image, the current move now has the value of 1, so the movement of our character will be the index 1 of the array. The same will happen again. After running the code, the movement of our character will be the index 2 of the array. But if we continue, the number of the variable will become larger than the array index, and the image will disappear. But there is a way to fix this. We will use the if statement that we have learned in previous lesson. Write if open parenthesis. Inside write the variable current move is greater to number 2 close parenthesis. So, with the if statement we check if our character image is the last index of the array. Open curly brackets. If our variable current move is greater than 2, then we set the current move equal to 0. Let's examine what we have done so far. First we call the function move. Next, the request animation frame. Check if can draw to canvas and call the function again. It draws the background image, using source from outside the function. After, it defines the source of our character image, beginning from index 0 of the array. JavaScript draws our character. Adds 1 to the variable current move. After it checks to see if the variable current move is greater than 2. It is not, so ignore the code inside the query brackets and continue. Request animation frame calls again the function. In order to draw our new character move, we must first clear canvas. If we don't do that, our new character move will be drawn over the previous movement, as shown. So, to erase our character that we have drawn previously, we draw again the background image. After we draw again our character. But notice, now our current movement has the value of 1. So, our player source will be the index 1 of the array. In the next line the increment operator adds 1 to the variable. Now current move has the value of 2. After it checks to see if the variable current move is greater than 2. It is 2, but not greater. Request animation frame call again the function. Clears our character by redraw the background image. Next it draw our character. But this time, the current movement has the value of 2. So the source of the image is the index 2 of the array. In the next line it adds 1 to the variable. Now it is 3. After is checked to see if the variable current move is greater than 2. It is. So it runs the code inside curly brackets. This line stores the value of 0 to the variable current move. In order to draw our new character movement, we must first clear canvas. And the function runs again and again, until we stop it. Like a film in a movie. Let's see in action what we have done. Congratulations! You made our character breathe. But isn't this too fast? Well, in the next and final lesson of Section 1, we will fix that.